for YouTube Live to come about. I'm live on YouTube Live, Facebook Live. How you all doing tonight? It's 10-ish, 10:27, something like that. So get ready for the week. My Yankees are doing pretty good. We're playing the Twins. We're flying to Minnesota. Yankees looking good. Pretty much more pitching than advertised. Yankees got pitching. A lot of pitching. So, and we got the thump. We're playing defense. And so we're in a good spot. I'm hoping Sevy finishes it tomorrow. I hope. Can't sleep on Minnesota. We're going home to Minnesota. The crowd. What up, Johnny S? The crowd is going to be loud. So the Yankees got to see if we can win one in Minnesota, get some rest, and get ready for the big three in Houston. Verlander, Cole. We hope so, Johnny S. tomorrow, and Greinke, right? We got one more game. And, hey, listen, this is playoffs, Yankee baseball. This is where legends are born, right here. Postseason baseball. And the Yankees have, all intents and purposes, they played tremendous baseball, grinded out their at-bats. And I just, truth be told, we're looking great. With the grace of God, one more game. Hopefully it's tomorrow night. Hopefully Sevy. I'm hoping Sevy brings the heat, Forget about this Minnesota hits fastballs. You got to challenge Minnesota with the heat. I think you're right, Johnny S. Challenge Minnesota with the heat, and then for the first time around the order, go after them with it. Hopefully he's got a 99 and 97. Challenge them with the heat, and then start to drop the yakka, start to drop the changeup as you move forward the second time around and the third time around. Hopefully he gets 3 times around. It'll be awesome. He gets to 6-7 innings, Sevy, it'll be amazing. So we're on our way with the grace of God, and hopefully tomorrow night, we end it. Minnesota is not going to go quietly. As you know, they're a very good baseball team. I respect them. They're tremendous, and I'm hoping tomorrow we close the deal. We're in Minnesota. Crowd's going to be loud. So with the grace of God, my Yankees closed the deal. Now my Giants didn't fare too well today. I tell you this much: Daniel Jones is going to be. If we keep him healthy, I think he's the goods. God bless you, Franco. God bless you. I think Daniel Jones, the quarterback for the Giants, is the goods. I swear. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, Johnny S. I had no idea Daniel Jones was this good. He stands in the pocket. He's strong. He's fearless. He's got tremendous movement around the pocket, tremendous pocket sense, and his arm. He's the deal, man. And his arm is accurate. He's got arm strength, and he's accurate. And hopefully, with the grace of God, Golden Tate gets in the mix, Shepard, and I tip my cap to Saquon Barkley, man. Saquon Barkley, that dude is he is an athletic. He's amazing. He's a machine, man. He had a high ankle sprain. The guy's playing next week. They're saying on Thursday against the Patriots. That's going to be a doozy with that Patriot defense. Okay, but hey, listen, I'm not Pat Shermer. I'm old school Giants. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Play action. Go up top. Wow, I didn't know that, Johnny. Yes. So, hey, listen, I know Sherman's trying to turn this into this. We throw the ball all over the place. They even try to turn Saquon Barkley, when he's on the field, into a wide receiver. I mean, this guy's like Jim Brown, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, ball control. The defense is okay. It's a little better than it was at the beginning of the season. We have no real superstars on the defense. And hopefully we could just continue to play the bend and not break defense. And if some of these passes today that Daniel Jones threw, I mean, come on, man. Daniel Jones, if some of these cats held on, oh my God, it would have been a lot closer. So I tip my cap to the Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. I believe at some point the Giants are going to turn the corner and really play some really giant New York Giant football. I believe it. I can feel it. I don't know if it's going to be this year, maybe the latter part, because the kid's a rookie, and he's going to make some mistakes, but the kid's got so much ability. It's crazy. And then you put with that monster back there, Saquon Barkley. That's a 1-2 punch, man. That's unbelievable. So that's my take on the Giants. We got the Patriots Thursday. Oh my God. My Knicks are right around the corner. Knicks are going to make the playoffs. We're making the playoffs this year. You watch. We're gonna drill down on them as we move closer towards the opening season of the New York Knickerbocker basketball. So that's my sports take tonight because I don't want to stay on too long. Now I got my great president, Donald John Trump. I saw, hey, by the way, YouTube Live, Haas, God bless you. MJ McCrae, thank you for the visit. Johnny S. from Facebook Live. So I watched Fox News Friday, the weekend. Rudy Giuliani was amazing. God bless Rudy Giuliani and all the lawyering he's doing for our great president, defending our great president, defending the nation. He's doing an amazing job. He was an amazing mayor for New York, and he's doing an amazing job defending and protecting our great president, Donald John Trump, and the sovereignty of this great nation. So I tip my cap, absolutely, Johnny S., and I tip my cap to Mayor Rudy Giuliani and the work that he's doing for our great president, Donald John Trump. Absolutely. And he was on fire today on the Kurt Show. He went at him, that Howard Kurt Show. Absolutely, Jonathan. What's up, my brother? So this is my take, all right? I don't get all the articles in place, but this is my take on what's going on. What's really going on, okay? So I'm going to start with a few things. So just to go through the vectors quickly, swiftly, but with some oomph to them. I don't have all the articles, right? I got one or two here. I got my disclaimer. I'm going to put this disclaimer out. Outside looking in, no U.S. Congressional Oversight Committee, no International Atomic Energy Agency, no Joint Chiefs of Staff, no National Security Council, no access to classified docs, nor do I know anyone who's access to classified docs, court papers, judges' decisions, peer-reviewed journal articles, and well-sourced, well-researched open source articles. What we're searching for is a quasi-model, quote-unquote, statistical significance, and no likelihood, no probability, look for trends, differences, and patterns in the data, and then we attempt to conceivably reach reasonable, responsible conclusions. And by the way, we believe our conclusions are close. Classified information is the mean. We're within the standard deviation of the mean. The Russo disclaimer. So I have to be honest. I don't have all of my articles. I'm doing a lot of work. I'm working on my science. I want to, I really want to get with the quantum mechanics and meet with professors, working on my linear algebra. I'm not lying. I'm trying. Okay. So with that going on, okay. Now, first I'm going to say what's in the open source pretty much, right? So we know we're going to hit a few points and then we're going to do a whole thing on this, right? So first we know on July 5th, 2016, some of the stuff you may have heard already, but we're going to put it all together. The FBI rewrote federal law to let Hillary Clinton off the hook on July 5th, 2016. So basically, according to Andrew McCarthy, blind sheep prosecutor, right? James Comey, in front of the American people, played United States Senator, right? Johnny S. played Supreme Court Justice of the United States and President of the United States and pardoned Hillary Clinton, claiming that the element of intent, which is not required by Congress for a felony violation of the U.S. espionage statute, Comey claimed that was the reason why Hillary Clinton is, in other words, he raised the standard, he raised the bar of a felony violation, which is you don't need the element of intent. Comey added it. He rewrote the statute. He played United States Senator. After he rewrote it, he added the element of intent. He interpreted the statute, and then he pardoned Hillary Clinton. So we know, like, one of the figureheads of the deep state, James Comey, on July 5th, 2016, pardoned Hillary Clinton from all her criminal charges, dropped the Clinton email scandal with the server in the basement of her house. Now, and we also know there was a server in the basement of Hillary Clinton's house, conceivably giving away classified information, conceivably giving away the nuclear codes to foreign enemies, foreign actors. And in addition, that email server shared the same IP address as the Clinton Foundation. So they commingled documents. Okay. So that's the second one. And then we know of the Arwan brothers, the work by Luke Rosiak. He wrote this book, Obstruction of Justice, I think. And he is one of the he is the investigative reporter on the Arwan brothers congressional IT server outside the purview of the United States Congress under the DNC's headquarters with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And for like 14 years, this guy was sending out, he had access to Debbie Wasserman Schultz's iPad, right? Sensitive American data for like 14 plus years. He sent data out to the Pakistan, to the North African, Middle Eastern region, beyond belief, right? Beyond belief. And then we were aware of the Russian probe, right? Where basically the Pfizer, basically it was based on a fake Trump dossier, right? Which was never vetted. And from that fake Trump dossier, it got the deep state mainstream intelligence community, the Comey Morell wing of the FBI and the Brennan Morell Panetta wing of the CIA, it got them the FISA warrants, which then the FISA warrants weaponized U.S. intelligence to, under the guise of, right, under the guise of, we're surveilling our foreign enemies, we're making certain the foreign countries, whatever. Meanwhile, we're unmasking Americans. And they did that with Lieutenant General Michael Flynn and others, right? So we're aware of that. Now, the Ukrainian probe basically is there's no quid pro quo, but they want to impeach our great president. They're talking about an impeachment inquiry, and for the grace of God, thank you, Jesus. Thank God we have a warrior in the White House. Hey, we didn't elect a priest, we elected a warrior. And he's I don't know if he's talking about they sending a letter on Monday to Speaker Pelosi, telling her that they're not going to comply with any of the subpoenas until she does an up and down vote on the impeachment inquiry. So our great president, with his top flight lawyers, Rudy Giuliani and company, is taking on the deep state. Okay. In addition, we got the Obama tape during the Obama administration. We have him on videotape talking to a high-ranking Russian official, telling him after the 2012 election he is going to be more flexible for Putin. So tell Putin that. That's what he said as well. What up, Marcel? How you doing, my brother? And then we got Pelosi, the speaker. It's kind of crazy. She admitted on 60 Minutes that she saw the whistleblower's transcript before it was released. And then she covered herself and she said, well, it's in the public domain. Beyond belief, right? Then in addition, New York Times published, I'm going to get the article tomorrow, that the whistleblower met with Adam Schiff, the other rat, his office, before it was released, before the whistleblower's transcript was released. Beyond belief. Beyond belief, right? So, and then we got Barack Hussein Obama on 60 Minutes saying he didn't know anything about the server, about Hillary Clinton's server, right? Knew nothing about it, he said. He first found out about it when we found about it, when the public found out about it, when it was put into the public domain. And then it came out the next day that he received 18 emails from that Hillary Clinton server in the basement of her house. So these are some of the details that we're very much aware of. This is, this is what happened, right? So the question I have, and I've been going back and forth with this thing. See, because I don't believe, this is what I don't believe. I don't believe that the Ukraine deal is what's going on over here, right? Quid pro quo was going on with the Clinton Foundation, right? We know about Uranium One, and Hillary Clinton sat on the U.S. Foreign Investment Committee with Eric Holder, and with the Obama administration, and they voted okay for the transfer of 20% of U.S. nuclear assets to a Russian energy agency, Rosatom, while the investors in Uranium One, in the same breath, according to Clinton Cash Book, did a $145 million transaction into the Clinton Foundation coffers, right? So I mean, quid pro quo, and Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. I think it's just a ruse, quite frankly. I don't think that they did it, and probably same thing with the Clinton Foundation. They're criminals. They do it. They have no shame. They do it high. It's hide in plain sight. What up, Denise? How are you? God bless you. Thank you for the visit. It's all hide in plain sight. The Clinton Foundation are criminals. And quite frankly, I had spoken to at one time when I was at ABC, I had spoken to one of the researchers of the Clinton Foundation, this guy, Charles Ortel. And well, not to him particularly, some people that were familiar with his work and that were working with him. And they conveyed to me that according to his research, Charles Ortel's research, it's very hard to find the actual structure of the Clinton Foundation. I don't know if it's changed since the last time I was at ABC, but apparently it didn't reach the threshold of a non-for-profit organization, according to the individuals that I was speaking to that were very close to this Charles Ortel and his research with the Clinton Foundation. So that, just to shed some light on this. So the Clinton Foundation is into quid pro quo. Joe Biden is into quid pro quo. The Biden family is into quid pro quo. Okay. Is that the whole thing? I don't think it's even close, quite frankly, right? I don't think it's even close, right? So what do you think's going on? So when you look at all these vectors, right, from the rewriting of the federal statutes from the deep state to the servers in the basement of Hillary Clinton's house, to the Clinton email server, to the R1 Brothers server, to the Russian probe, an attack on this is an attack, right? Attack on the American people and our great president, whom we put in office, whom we voted for, Donald John Trump. So my first question is, what are the Democrats afraid of, right? Why are they afraid of Donald John Trump? Why? Why are they doing this? Right? I'm thinking Joe Biden. Okay, so this is, these gangsters in the White House, the Obama Clinton crime family, the gangsters, the Barack Hussein Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton, Bill Clinton, John Kerry, Eric Holder, Joe Biden. So I believe they pieced it off, right? They pieced it off. They said, okay, Joe, you got Ukraine, you got China, right? But they didn't get the enchilada, right? The enchilada is the Iranian transaction. So everything was set up for the Iranian transaction. Big mother load. 150 billion, 1.7 billion in cash to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. I got 5 sources. I got Congress suspects. This is Adam Credo, tremendous investigative reporter. Congress suspects Obama administration delivered billions in cash to Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. Now, our great president, Donald John Trump, for the first time in U.S. history, sanctioned, the U.S. Treasury sanctioned the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. They are a government. They are considered in the public domain as a government entity. President Trump sanctioned them. The Obama Clinton crime family gave them 1.7 billion in cash. Right? Okay. So what is going on here? What are the Democrats afraid of? Why are they doing this? Right? So, right? What are they hiding? Is the next question I ask. What? And it hasn't been asked by the open source. Right, Johnny? Yes. They haven't asked in the open source. I watched all of Fox. I watch all over the Fox News they try to be they're a tremendous broadcasting network. And the question is, what are the Democrats hiding? Is it Joe Biden and his quid pro quo? Is his quid pro quo? Clinton Foundation did the quid pro quo too. She's hanging out. She wants to run again, Hillary Clinton. I mean, come on, man. What are the Democrats hiding? Right? What are the Democrats hiding? Okay. So the deep state, this is how I'm looking at this thing. The deep state, the mainstream intelligence agency, Mueller, and Comey and the FBI, Brennan, Morell, and Panetta of the CIA, the corrupt wing of the FBI and the CIA, right? That's where all this is coming from against our great president, Donald John Trump. They have exclusivity over mainstream media beyond belief. And this is their game. The intelligence community, this is their modus of operandi. Deception, deception, deception. Misinformation. This is what they do. Counterintelligence. This is what they do. So, I mean, I don't think I'm being way off base, because based on the Pfizer warrant and how they weaponized U.S. intelligence agencies against Americans, why wouldn't they do this to our president, right? They've attacked his administration with the Pfizer warrant and the fake Trump dossier that was handed off to the FBI, and all this soap opera like activities going on, right? And all attacks on our great president, Donald John Trump. So again, I asked the question, what are the Democrats really, really, really hiding? Like, give me a break. It's more than, so the deep state saying, listen, you got Biden. Biden don't want to be president. Biden ain't going to be president. He knows that. President Trump's going to be president, but he ain't going to be the Democratic nominee. Never happened. They said Biden is going to be the sacrificial lamb for the deep state. Maybe, right? Biden has said, I'm going to get ahead of this for himself and his family. So he's out there defending basically what he did in the Ukraine. That's why he's running for president. He's not running for president to be president. He don't have the fire in the belly, Johnny S. Right? He don't have the fire in the belly. But Hillary Clinton got off with a server in the basement of a house selling the nuclear codes to the foreign enemies of this, the foreign enemy actors of this world against America. She had a server in the basement of a house running her own intelligence agency. Much published reports were a lot of Benghazi information, material support for Ansar al-Sharia, the Sunni militia that was materially supported by the Islamic Republic of Iran, was on that server, right? So I asked the question again. What are the Democrats hiding? It's not quid pro quo. Forget these people in the mainstream media are they just want to create these narratives, continue to reiterate these narratives to get people to buy advertisement, to go on the internet and basically click on their website and click on their videos and engage with their advertisers. So they're going to keep these fake news cycles, these news cycles going. Joe Biden and Ukraine, this is what it's all about. No way. Okay, Jose. Okay, this is just, the deep state is digging in, and they ain't going to stop. The deep state meaning mainstream intelligence, CIA, FBI, John Brennan, James Comey, Bob Mueller, Leon Panetta, Michael Morell. These are all Obama holdovers. There's quite a number of them inside of the intelligence community, and they know how to work the media. They know how to work the information, the misinformation, the deceptions, the changing of identities. Hey, look, Barack Hussein Obama got into the presidency of the United States, right? With no birth certificate and a fake fraudulent selective service registration card, which in 1980, Jimmy Carter was going to, there was much talk about Jimmy Carter calling for a draft. So 1980, you had to be in that selective service registration pool. Because if they were going to do it, you had to be in there. And according to the Sheriff Joe and the cold case posse, it was never mailed. So how does Barack Hussein Obama become president of the United States? Birth certificate so fake beyond belief. And if you have a fraudulent selective service registration card, according to federal law, you can't serve in the executive branch of the United States government. And Obama has one. According to, we don't have an official investigation by the intelligence agencies because they never would investigate him because they love Barack Obama. He was their guy, as was the Clintons. We know about Ross Perot having an FBI informant. They were stopping HW. I'm not a Bush guy, but HW Bush, you know, he's a World War II hero. Okay, he was a combat air pilot, and he did 50 plus missions during World War II. In the Russo world, this guy is big league. Okay, this guy is big league. H.W. Bush. Their insurance policy was Ross Perot. So they stopped HW. They wanted Bill Clinton, and they got Bill Clinton, right? The Clintons. They love the Clintons. They got so much dirt on the Clintons. It's beyond belief. They're so compromised. It's beyond belief, right? Then along comes, then in between that, you had the George W. and the John Kerry thing. So I don't know what happened with the intelligence community. Maybe they sat this one out and they figured another 4 to 8 years, and they were grooming Barack Hussein Obama, right? So Barack Hussein Obama gets in, and Hillary Clinton was fighting. She wanted it. They told her, you're sitting these 8 years out and you run in 16. And she did that. And beyond belief, the activities for 8 years of the Obama Clinton crime family, from the server in the basement of her house to the material supporting Al Qaeda foreign fighters in Libya, 10 years removed from September 11, 2001. The horrific activities of the Obama Clinton crime family were beyond belief. Came out of nowhere, Johnny S., right? So the question I ask now is, what are the Democrats hiding? I mean, you know, Joe Biden? Come on, man. That's small potatoes. Joe Biden is small potatoes. Who's big potatoes? Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Barack Hussein Obama. These are the people they're protecting, I think, right? These are the people they're protecting. These are the people they're protecting. Barack Hussein Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton, and Bill Clinton, right? Among others. So I think, this is what I think. I think this is just a tip of the iceberg of what they're really hiding. I had this on my show before, and I've been really drilling down on this. This is a one count, 2 counts, 3 counts, a 8-count indictment against Monica Witt for conspiracy to deliver national defense information to representatives of a foreign government, delivering national information to representatives of a foreign government. What up, Pat Dawkins? How you doing, my brother? Conspiracy to commit computer intrusion, aggravated identity theft, and aiding and abetting. This was a sealed indictment. I got it off the internet. You know, I don't know. Monica Witt, they're accusing her of being an Iranian spy. Now, Monica Witt, they're accusing her of being an Iranian spy. Monica Witt, and we talk about this. Monica Witt, Lisa Page. Monica Witt, Lisa Page. Monica Witt, Lisa Page. I think this is the tip of the iceberg. You got Valerie Jarrett in the White House, right? Valerie Jarrett was, I think she was born in Iran, right? And the activities of the Obama Clinton crime family, for example, giving 1.7 billion to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, right? 1.7 billion in cash. I got 5 sources. President Trump sanctioned the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. For the first time in the United States history, the U.S. Treasury Department sanctioned a government entity, right? And now, in the open source, this is Monica Witt is being tried. Oh, okay. John Kerry's son-in-law is Iranian. Okay. Monica Witt is being tried for being an Iranian spy. And this is Lisa Page. This is Monica Witt. Now, this is how the intelligence community rolls. They're great. This is their game, right? Identity deception, misinformation. This is their world. And they're using it against us. They're influencing votes. They're putting up who they want to be. They're picking candidates. And they lost in 16. And they're on steroids against our great president. They're worried what he's going to do. They're worried. He probably, President Trump probably knows a lot more than what he's telling us, because if he did, this country would go. This country, he's protecting the sovereignty of this great nation. So in World War II times, people like this, if this was true, Monica Witt, Lisa Page, Monica Witt, Lisa Page, Monica Witt, Lisa Page, if they were Iranian spies, they'd be shot. They'd be facing a firing squad. Today, we have a president, before our great president, Donald John Trump, we know very little about. And he got into the White House. Could you imagine in the 40s when we're fighting against the world powers that be, and Americans were acting like this, supposed Americans in our intelligence community? Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, this is the kind of stuff that they're hiding. Joe Biden, who cares about Joe Biden? Joe Biden is not good. Was not. That's a ruse. He don't have that fire in the belly to be president. He don't want to be president. He just wants to get ahead of this Ukrainian thing. He wants to be out there to be able to talk to the press. I'm running for president. He's a candidate. So are you attacking me? And it falls right into the arguments, right? Absolutely, Denise. It falls right into the arguments, like they were trying to say with the great mayor Rudy Giuliani. They were saying, "Oh, so Joe Biden is running for," as Howard Kurtz was saying to Rudy Giuliani. But wait a second, Joe Biden is a candidate. How could you ask for an investigation? That's why he's running. That answer by Howard Kurtz is the reason why Joe Biden is running. How could you say that? That's the reason why he's running, right? That's the reason why Joe Biden is running, to get that response, to get Howard Kurtz from mainstream media to tell Rudy Giuliani that, well, isn't that quid pro quo? After all, Joe Biden is a political adversary. He's actually running for president. Oh, so that's the reason why Joe Biden is running. To stay out of jail. Maybe, right? Hillary Clinton must be going crazy over here because she hasn't, she's still not in jail or whatever. I don't know, whatever, right? So she wants to run, so she's going to try to stay out of jail. I'm telling you, this is not Ukraine and Joe Biden and Hunter. It's all a ruse to what they're really, really, really hiding. Treason, traitors, like spies. Look at this. China. Look at China, right? The Clintons. Thank you, Bill Clinton. Gave up our nuclear warheads, our W-88s, when they downloaded that the Taiwanese scientist Woho Lee downloaded the data where we create our nuclear weapons in Los Alamos National Lab, in Sandina National Lab, in New Mexico. During the Clinton administration, the DOE, Hazel O'Leary, Bill Richardson, this scientist downloaded the nuclear, all our nuke stuff, all our nuclear information onto an unknown location, right? And it's beyond belief. By the middle to the end of the 90s, China's rolling out their new nuclear warheads. And I say this all the time. American scientists are like baffled on how much and how similar they look to our W-88 nuclear, our most advanced nuclear warhead at the time. I don't know what it is now in the hierarchy of the nuclear warheads, but at the time it was our most advanced. China. So what China did under the Clinton administration is beyond belief, right? And he even gave $4 billion to the Rocket Man's father for energy aid, saying he's going to help the North Korean people, and basically, they're whacking their own family. They got concentration camps in North Korea, right? And they just built, according to Lieutenant General Michael Flynn in the DIA report, they built miniaturized nuclear warheads for its long-term ballistic missile program. So the money that Bill Clinton gave North Korea was to help North Korea nuke up. They knew it. These are not stupid people. They're corrupt, the Clintons. They're not stupid. They're corrupt. They're corrupt people. So they armed, as Obama and Hillary Clinton armed the Al-Qaeda foreign fighters, Mustafa Jalal, Abdel Hakim Belhaj, Ben Kumul, Abu Qatala, Abdel Basset Haran, Noman Benoitman in the North African Middle Eastern region. Libya, 10 years removed from the September 11, 2001 hit, we're giving arms to the Al-Qaeda foreign fighters that go back to the Afghan Taliban versus the Soviet Union. What kind of policy is this? So, and now we got a California man accused of spying for China. And I haven't even gotten into the tech spying. There's a big tech company inside of America that's been spying for China. And President Trump sanctioned them. A California man who operated tours for Chinese students and visitors have been arrested, accused of spying for the People's Republic of China. The arrest was part of an FBI sting operation that targeted Chinese intelligence operatives in the United States who was delivering national security information to China. And he was giving classified data cards to a double agent, basically. This is beyond belief. So the question I ask, again, what are the Democrats hiding? Right? I believe they're hiding stuff like Monica Witt and Lisa Page, right? Monica Witt and Lisa Page, Iranian spy inside the FBI. Are you kidding me? What kind of story is that? And Obama gave $150 billion. He got about 3 points on that deal. Obama got 3 points on that deal, right? 150 back to Iran. 3 points of 150. A half of 10% of 150 is 15 billion. A half of that is 5%. That's 7.5 billion. A point is 1.5 billion. That's a strict money transaction. It was so bad that Obama was running around trying to get Iran into our banking system, because Iran was trying to convert. They had 5.2 billion Omani riyals in Bank Muscat in Oman. That's right next to Yemen, right off the Persian Gulf, the Gulf of Oman. You got the Gulf of Aden, where Yemen is. So, and Saudi Arabia. So, I mean, this is like Iran had 5-point-something billion Omani riyals, and they were trying to convert them. And it was very difficult. Obama was trying to get Iran into our banking system, which is against federal statutes, to help them convert this money under the guise of what? The Hague and the jet fighters that we didn't deliver because they took 50 plus American hostages and we kept the 400 million, and they're killing Americans since the 1980s from the Beirut bombing to they materially supported with money before, during, and after, according to U.S. District Court, September 11, 2001. And Obama and Hillary Clinton and the Obama-Clinton crime family told the Khomeini, right, you don't have to invest in the Victims Compensation Fund. Meanwhile, we got what, 3,000, 5,000 Americans being killed, innocent Americans going to work, and horrific, right? Families breaking families' hearts over here, for innocent lives being killed, and the 9/11 Imam is meeting with the hijackers, and they double bang the FBI, right? Anwar al-Awlaki was a 9/11 Imam meeting with the terror cells in San Diego, terror cells in San Antonio, terror cells in Florida with Muhammad Atta. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed met them in Kuala Lumpur. Muslim Brotherhood operatives, Anwar al-Awlaki, America's Osama bin Laden, right? Omar Abdel Rahman, the blind sheik, 1993 World Trade Center bombing. America's getting killed. Buildings are getting blown up. And everything's okay, right? You got to be kidding me, right? This is beyond belief, right? Beyond belief. What are the Democrats hiding? 150 billion back to Iran. Obama got points on that deal. These are gangsters. The Clinton Foundation got points too. You had, I think her name was Lisa Jackson, Rosa Jackson. She was on the board. Cheryl Mills was on the board. Frank Gustra, I don't know if they're still on the board. They were on the board when I last checked. I think Lisa Jackson, Rosa Jackson, whatever her name is, I think she's working with Tim Cook now from Apple. I mean, that's how deep this goes. It is beyond belief, right? Beyond belief. 1.7 billion in cash to the Iranian Military Guard Corps. They are the biggest smugglers on the planet. They smuggle. The Iranian Global Terror Network is what we're fighting. They gave them money so they can move the cash to the terrorists. That's what they did in Benghazi. 8 to 10 million they gave to Mohammed Jodaki and Khalil Harab, according to Kenneth Tillerman. They did that in Benghazi. They had the terror cells. Iran had the terror cells inside of Benghazi. Ajabaya, 90 degrees north is Benghazi, 45 degrees northeast is Derna. That's where all of the Afghan Taliban, the Al-Qaeda foreign fighters. Al-Qaeda in America is real. Al-Qaeda support network is real. Anwar al-Awlaki, I mean, it goes on and on and on. Muhammad Atta is beyond belief. UK has the same issue with and as was Anwar. We talk about this all the time. As was Anwar al-Awlaki and Abdul Sattar Sheikh, another FBI informant. Anwar al-Awlaki was an FBI informant. Anwar al-Awlaki's father had a diplomatic visa from the Yemen government. He was educated here. Mohammed Morsi was educated here. The Egyptian Prime Minister Mohammed Javad Zarif was educated here. The Iranian ambassador. I mean, and now he's the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the point negotiator on the fake Iranian nuke deal, right? I mean, this whole thing, there's more. I believe the Joe Biden Ukraine scandal is a ruse. It's like the deep state is telling President Trump, listen, you can have Joe Biden, but you got to stop, because they're worried if President Trump, with the grace of God, I believe President Trump's going to get reelected with God's grace. I'm a man of Christ. I'm a man of the Rosary, and I believe the hand of God is on Donald John Trump, and I think he's going to get reelected. That's what I believe. It's going to be a bloodbath, meaning not a violent one, but blood will be spilled, a political bloodbath, and President Trump is going to win. So the deep state is worried. The deep state is worried what he's going to do. So all these attacks, I mean, all these attacks is beyond belief. What are they afraid of? What are they hiding? World War II, treason, traitors and treasonous activities. Look what they did to the Rosenberg spies. They killed them. Yeah. There's firing squads. I mean, it was really, 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 really intense, World War II. And today, it's like beyond belief. We have people that you don't even know who they. We had presidents before President Trump, the Obama Clinton crime family. We don't know if he was an American president, if he was an Egyptian president, if he represented Islam, if he was the president of the Shah of Iran. I mean, he gave Iran 150 billion back and 1.7 billion in cash. He empowered these radical Islamists. He gave them power. We had spies. I'm telling you, this Monica Witt thing. You know what this is like? This is like the Benghazi thing. The cover up in Benghazi. Oh, it was a video. Oh, it was Ayman al-Zawahiri's. It was the whacking of Abu Yahya al-Libi, who was an MI5 or an MI6 informant, as was Abu Hamza al-Mashri from the UK, right? Because you had all of these Libyan Britons that migrated from Libya to Manchester, England in the 90s. Abu Hamza al-Mashri was a very active Al-Qaeda foreign fighter, as was Abu Yahya al-Libi. Now, they both were informants for the MI5, MI6, the English intelligence. And we whacked Abu Yahya al-Libi with a drone, I think in June of 2012. So Ayman al-Zawahiri, the head of Al-Qaeda, sends a video out claiming that this was probably a creation by the CIA or the FBI to protect their assets, right? This video was probably created, or they probably told Ayman al-Zawahiri to create this video, right, to protect their assets. Barack Hussein Obama and Hillary Clinton. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the real deal Holyfield cover-up at Benghazi is as Kenan Tillman published it. The Islamic Republic of Iran materially supported Ansar al-Sharia, a Sunni militia. This is exactly how the Iranians move. They use the counter, they call it asymmetrical warfare, right? Guerrilla warfare, and they use these special operations, and they disguise the special operations. That's why Saudi Arabia is building a 600-foot wall, or they already have built it on the northern border of Saudi Arabia. Iran throws in these Sunni militias, these Sunni terrorists like Ansar al-Sharia, they did in Benghazi, and it was material. They put it together themselves, and you know who helped them? So this is the other caveat to this thing. The Obama Clinton crime family materially supported Ansar al-Sharia. It's on the server that they can't find, right? Money, right? Obama gave all that money to Iran. Cash, 1.7 to the Iranian Military Guard Corps. Cash to Iran, right? Money. Weapons, 400 FIM-92s through Qatar, through the special operations. This is Claire Lopez and Kenneth Timmerman, and beyond belief, right? So the FIM-92s are basically, they call them manpads, U.S. manpads. It's like a 6-foot missile on your shoulder, and that's how you shoot down airliners, commercial airliners, and Chinook helicopters. And unfortunately, the Taliban got a hold of a U.S. Stinger and shot down our own people, right? This is the work of the Obama Clinton crime family. So we got money, weapons, training by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, the Quds Force with General Soleimani, and the Hezbollah, the Shiite terrorism arm of Iran. So Tillerman's got the data. 8 to 10 million was given to Ansar al-Sharia, right? So Obama gave Iran money, cash, 1.150 billion. Obama gave 1.7 billion to something like that. A lot of money, cash. Money loaned it from US dollars to euros so Iran could move it. Weapons, 400 FIM-92s, okayed by Obama Clinton State Department, US Stingers, beyond belief. And now human assets through Morsi. According to Rabin Ibrahim, he was a tremendous investigative reporter. His family, the Coptic Christians. He knows Islam like amazing, and he's able. He even knows Arabic. He knows the language over there, right? and he was able to translate the tapes that were found on the Benghazi mission at the time of the attack. And he translated the tapes, and he said there were people from Egypt, from Morsi, they were claiming, from the Muslim Brotherhood group, Muhammad Jamal network, that were to be part of, and they were part of these Ansar al-Sharia, this Al-Qaeda foreign fighters. And in addition, the guy that did that video, Ayman al-Zawahiri, who originally was the #2 guy in Al-Qaeda, because Al-Qaeda is, if anybody doesn't know, Al-Qaeda is basically, according to the mainstream intelligence, is the militant branch of Muslim Brotherhood. At one time, Anwar al-Awlaki was with Al-Qaeda big time in the Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, a big Muslim Brotherhood operative, and Osama bin Laden from Saudi Arabia was a Muslim Brotherhood operative that became big with Al-Qaeda in Sudan and Afghanistan. So Morsi, who Obama and Hillary Clinton put in as prime minister of Egypt, they threw out Mubarak, who was pro-America, pro-Israel, and they put in Morsi, who was anti-America, anti-Israel, pro-Iran. Okay, so this thing goes deeper than just Joe Biden in the Ukraine, Hillary Clinton and the 150, because with the Hillary Clinton and the 145 million into the Clinton Foundation coffers, while they transferred 20% of our U.S. nuclear assets, uranium, to a Russian energy agency, Rosatom, right? There's speculation and there's much data out there claiming that we know the Russians are building nuclear reactors in Iran. The last time we checked, they were on their second one. Netanyahu had the data claiming that Iran, the Mossad stole, they took, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for, I'm pro-Israel. Thank you for Mossad. And Mossad took the Iranian atomic files, archive files, showing that Iran is building nuclear weapons. Right? Iran has no intentions to help their people. Though Hassan Rouhani is concerned about the people overthrowing him and throwing out the mullahs, Iran is, for all intents and purposes, people think that Iran is building nuclear reactors for their people. Iran is working toward nuclear weapons, okay, with Russia. We gave Iran a lot of money. So that money they're paying Russia, because Russia knows nukes. Russia has the nuclear scientists. Truth be told, that is truth. So what we got here is something a lot more sinister than Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and getting his $3 billion, his $3 million, or working with a $1.5 billion fund with China, a quid pro quo deal. We got Iranian spies inside the FBI, inside our own intelligence agencies, beyond belief. That would rock the country. That would rock the world. If this is true, for example, that Lisa Page is Monica Witt, that rocks the freaking boat. This is what this stuff like this is what they're covering up. That's what they're afraid of. That's what the Democrats are hiding. They told President Trump, and all, whether they did it directly or through their actions, you could have Joe Biden. Joe Biden's their sacrificial lamb. Joe Biden don't care, right? He's just out there trying to get ahead of this thing. Absolutely, Pat. Absolutely. Because when you really think about it, the quid pro quo has been going on with the Clintons Foundation. So this is old news, right? Are we shocked that Joe Biden did it with the Ukraine? Obama said, Biden, you got Ukraine. You could even do China. Obama and Hillary Clinton got the big enchilada, the 150 going back to Iran. Just think about it. 2 points of 150 billion is $3 billion. That's a lot of dough. He gave 1.7 billion in cash. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, the Iranian Global Terror Network, because it's a Sunni Shiite nexus, Iran bribes. Iran pays Sunni militias to go out and perform terrorist acts. They do it in Afghanistan. They do it in Pakistan. They do it in Iraq. They do it in Syria. Well, in Iraq and Syria, the Iranian vectors in Iraq and Syria is beyond belief. That's why Saudi Arabia this whole thing, when it comes out that the Obama Clinton crime family materially supported Ansar al-Sharia in Benghazi, in Libya. They destroyed Libya. Libya is good. Last time I checked, they're going through 2 civil wars. They got slavery there. There were the weapons. Gaddafi was hoarding 20,000 Soviet manpads. NATO got involved. The Obama Clinton crime family got involved. Qatar got involved. Turkey was involved. And I even think Saudi Arabia was involved, right? In some way or another, right? 20,000 Soviet manpads that Mustafa Jalal and Abdel Hakim Belhaj were running these guns. It became a gun running operation. And eventually, the Al-Qaeda, because Al-Qaeda in Libya, I read the article in August of 2012. Al-Qaeda in Libya in August of 2012 is on steroids. Steroids. They had a meeting, according to this Libyan newspaper. This is like a month before Benghazi. They had a meeting, according to this Libyan newspaper, in Liberation Square in Benghazi. They had 15 Al-Qaeda militias inside at this event meeting. So we had an Al-Qaeda. There's an Al-Qaeda support network that supported the 9/11 hijackers with 60 plus state IDs and driver's licenses. Thank you, de Blasio. Thank you, the governor of California, and thank you, the Newsom, that other whack job, right? Giving away driver's licenses to undocumented people, breeding grounds for terrorism, right? So this thing that the Democrats are hiding, I believe, is not Joe Biden's Ukraine or Hillary Clinton's quid pro quo with the Clinton Foundation. They're not hiding that. They're hiding something more sinister. So they told the president through their actions, they're saying to the president, we're not going to stop with these attacks. And our president, thank God he's a warrior, but for the grace of God, right? Joe Biden, they said you could have Joe Biden. Guaranteed. They don't care about Joe Biden. They don't care about Joe Biden. Joe Biden is trying to get ahead of this thing, stay ahead of this, stay in front of this thing, because, and he's running for president, so they can't go to jail. He's probably hoping he's a candidate. He's a Democratic candidate, so he can't go to jail. So a guy like Howard Kurtz could say, oh, wait, Rudy, aren't you saying, but wait, you're attacking Joe Biden. The president called up Ukraine and is saying to the Ukrainian government that you got to investigate Joe Biden. And Joe Biden is a political adversary. That's the setup. That's why he's running. It's crazy. He's not running to be president of the United States. He's not. He's not. This is a lot deeper than Joe Biden. They're protecting Hillary Rodham Clinton, because what's behind Hillary Rodham Clinton? Oh my God, right? All the corruption, the Clintons. What's behind the Clintons? All of the intelligence corruptions with Brennan and Clapper and Morell and Panetta and Comey and Mueller. Come on, man. In 2002, Mueller released Anwar al-Awlaki almost a year after September 11, 2001. Anwar al-Awlaki was a 9/11 imam. Give me a break over here. He was an FBI informant. They double banged us. And when the intelligence community gets double banged by their informants, Americans get killed. Mandalay Bay. Oh my God. Only God knows. The vectors in Mandalay Bay are beyond belief. And we went over it when we had the vectors. It's beyond belief, right? So this whole thing, you can watch Fox News. I love Fox News, right? But they're just giving us, Joe Biden and Ukraine. That's not the story. The story is Monica Witt, Lisa Page, Iranian spy, $150 billion back to Iran, $3 billion, 2 points, Obama and Hillary Clinton Clinton Foundation. They probably put those 3 points, that 3 billion, in the Al Shalom Islamic Bank in Sudan. Who's on that bank? According to Shobat, we talk about this all the time. That's the bank that Osama bin Laden founded. Omar Bashir, who's now a coup dictator, Muslim Brotherhood operative, they're with the Iran. Obama's half brother was on the account in the Al Shalom Islamic Bank in Sudan. Guaranteed. Obama's half brother has got a diplomatic visa going back and forth, and that's how they get in. That's how they infiltrate. Because they were originally, the radical Islamists were infiltrating through, they were using the illegal money transfers. And the FBI got a sniff of it, and we talked about it with the Kelly Moore article. And then it came to, according to Abij Al-Fiji, who had $21 million. He owned a bank account over here. He owned an ice cream parlor over here on Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn. And he had $21 million in a bank account. And the federales are going, what the heck is going on here? This guy owns an ice cream parlor on the corner over here on Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn. People are going in there, eating banana splits. And in come the federales saying, who's the owner of this premises? He's got $21 million in the bank, and he's sending it out to 13 countries funding radical Islamic terror training camps. What the heck is going on over here, right? This is the stuff. I mean, I'm telling you, inside the Obama-Clinton crime family, and because Obama was a creation of the intelligence agent. Obama's a mole for the corrupt wings of the CIA and the FBI. So is Hillary Rodham Clinton. The intelligence communities, the intelligence agencies love the Clintons, and they love the Obamas even more. Because Obama, oh my God, only the intelligence agencies, the backing of the intelligence agencies got Barack Obama the presidency. That's beyond belief what happened over there. 8 years of anti-American policies. Thank you, Jesus, for our great president, Donald John Trump. Thank you. Without Donald John Trump, and he kept out the criminals, and now they're still attacking him. And think about it. What are the Democrats afraid of? What are the Democrats hiding? Look who's running the Democrat Party. Not Nancy Pelosi, not Chucky Schumer. CARE, the Council of American Islamic Relations. And who's the face? It's no more Omar Ahmad, Nahid Awad. No. It's Congresswoman Omar, Congresswoman Tlaib. The truth be told. That's the future of the Democratic National Committee. That's the future. Radical Islamists. So the radical Islamists go out, blow buildings up. The Obama-Clinton crime family materially supported radical Islamists, Ansar al-Sharia. They gave money to the world's largest state sponsor of terror. 5.7 billion, 150 billion, right? Enemies of America. And we got traitors, Iranian spies inside of the United States government with the Obama-Clinton crime family. Monica Witt, Lisa Page. Who are these people, right? Who are these people? Monica Witt, man. Lisa Page. Valerie Jarrett. Barack Hussein Obama. Who is this guy? He sent to Khomeini 4 letters. I don't believe Hawaii. I'm more leaning toward Indonesia. He's not a Christian. I'll tell you that right now. Obama ain't no Christian. Lie. Another lie. So what we're looking at here, as President Trump is right, he calls it a coup, and he's right. It is a coup to stop any means necessary to stop our great president from upholding the Constitution, from upholding our sovereignty. Huma Abedin, you're right. Huma Abedin, Muslim Brotherhood. She's from I guess the sisterhood they call it. I don't know. But the truth be told, the real things, what the Democrats are really hiding is not Joe Biden and the Ukraine and now they're saying Romania. It's all because Joe Biden, I'm telling you, Joe Biden does not want to be. He don't have the fire in the belly. He's there. He's the sacrificial lamb for the deep state. They gave Joe Biden to President Trump. Don't go any further. They're afraid. They're afraid of President Trump because they're afraid if he gets elected, which he will get elected with the grace of God Almighty, because I'm a man of Christ, I'm a man of the Rosary, and I believe President Trump will get reelected. It's going to be close, but he'll get reelected. We're all against him, and if some events come out that weren't foreseen, he'll still get reelected. He's going to get reelected, President Trump. And the deep state, the Democrats, and the Rhino Rats, the Mitt Romneys, the Justin Amash's, the Jeff Flakes of the Republican Party, the Jeff Sessionses, the rats are all afraid of Donald John Trump. Absolutely, Pat. And I believe that's what's going to happen. I believe President Trump is going to win. And it could either go one or two ways. It could go to a hashtag Trump 2020 landslide, or it could be more like 2016, where President Trump wins 300 plus electoral votes, and it's a wrap. He has a social media on steroids. He has a better social media now than he had when he ran, and he doesn't have the infrastructure that he has now when he ran in 2016. So he is in a very good position in that regard. And they see this and they know this. And this is why they're talking about impeachment, any way to stop President Trump, making things up like Schiff does, anything, because Schiff is bought and sold by the deep state. He's got it. They give him the marching orders. They're protecting Barack Hussein Obama and Hillary Clinton, because only God knows what's behind them and what they know, which with the deep state. Monica Witt, Lisa Page is at the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg. An Iranian spy inside of the FBI. Are you kidding me? If Obama gave Iran $150 billion back, he got 3 points on that. And then he gave $1.7 billion to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. President Trump sanctions the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. That's what President Trump does. Sanctions them. Pulls out of the Iranian nuke deal. That's what the Democrats are hiding, those things. That's what the Democrats are hiding. That's what they're afraid of. And mainstream media, oh my God, they would never report stuff like that. Never. They would never even think about broaching it. Don't find it odd that Iran had 5.7 billion in Omani riyals in the Bank of Muscat in Oman, which is right off the Persian Gulf. And Obama's running around, the Obama administration is running around trying to get Iran into our banking system so we can convert the Omani riyals. I think to euros they wanted it. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, the Islamic Republic of Iran government. Who did the Obama Clinton crime family work for? Not for us. Not for us. They empowered our enemies. Man, in the World War II days, Obama and Hillary Clinton would have serious problems. Serious problems. Oh my God. I don't know what's happened in that regard to this great nation. When we have treasonous activities, treasonous people running for office, taking over these powerful positions, and just doing everything possible to destroy this great nation. And we look what they're doing now. They're trying to, they feel they can't beat our great president in the polls, where they're bringing in illegal aliens, they're giving them driver's licenses, they're giving them state IDs. They don't care that 19 hijackers had 60 driver's licenses and state IDs. They don't care, these politicians. I guess their families didn't get blown up on September 11, 2001. the Blasios. He probably was in Nicaragua fighting with the Sandinistas, and only God knows where Jerry Brown was and this guy Newsom was in the California government now. I mean, these politicians are a disgrace, and we elect them, we put them in office, and all they want to do is just make this drive this country down. It's beyond belief. And our great president, who's doing everything the right way, building up our economy, which is a tremendous thing, building up our energy sector, which is energy diplomacy. I mean, President Trump is just a brilliant politician, a brilliant world leader, quite frankly. He really is. I mean, he has such a natural knack for presidential politics, for world leader diplomacy, is beyond belief. He has an innate knack. He don't have all the experience. He was a businessman, a billionaire. I don't know where he got the political chops from, but he is amazing, I think. A great president is extraordinary. And I'm telling you, this thing with Joe Biden and the Ukraine is a ruse. In other words, it's like, it's not really what the Democrats are hiding something more sinister, more corrupt than quid pro quo. The Clintons did quid pro quo with Uranium One and 20% of our nuclear assets. And Hillary Clinton got 200 delegates. Truth be told, she was almost elected president. She got 200 delegates. With a corrupt, and they got that Donna Brazile on Fox News. She fixes the primary for Hillary Clinton. She stands there with a straight face attacking President Trump, talking about corruption. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. So I'm getting out of here. What time is it? My God. It's 11:30. So 11:39. I gotta go. So I want to do some things before I go to bed. So I'm glad I came on. It's over an hour. I don't want to stay on that long, but I'm going to drill down on this. I don't know if I'm going to come on tomorrow because the Yankees are playing, but I'm going to get more articles. We're going to have the article from the Washington Post about Adam Schiff. I mean, what's going on? Adam Schiff meets with the whistleblower before he releases the transcript. On 60 Minutes, Nancy Pelosi admits to seeing the transcript, the whistleblower transcript, before it's released. According to published reports, the whistleblower didn't call in the Republicans. Come on, man. This is a setup against our great president. Why? It's not about Joe Biden. I'm telling you. It's not about Joe Biden. It's not about the corruption with the Bidens and John Kerry. It's about something deeper inside the United States government under the Obama-Clinton crime family. An Iranian spy, for example. I think that Monica Lisa Page is just a tip of the iceberg. Absolutely, Pat. Absolutely. I think it's just a tip of the iceberg. An Iranian spy inside the FBI. That's unbelievable. While Obama and Hillary Clinton's giving $150 billion back to Iran, 1.7 to the Iranian Military Guard Corps, and they're blowing up buildings, killing Americans. And Obama told Khomeini that he didn't have to invest. And because the U.S. District Courts voted that the Islamic Republic of Iran materially supported Al-Qaeda before, during, after the 9/11 hit, the horrific hit on September 11, 2001, where they killed 3,000 to 5,000 Americans. Obama told the Khomeini he don't have to pay the billions of dollars of damages that the U.S. District Courts ruled, because that money would have went into the Victims' Compensations Fund, which is a fund for the families of the victims of these terror attacks and the first responders. So the Democrats were suppressing this fund until our great president stepped in and brought it back. That's what I'm saying. The anti-American, the Obama-Clinton crime family, anti-American vector field, right? 8 years, they just contrived these vectors up to stop this great nation and attack the sovereignty of this great nation. And in came our great president, Donald John Trump, the Trump vectors, to turn the country around, to turn the country back and countering the anti-American Obama-Clinton crime family vector field. beyond belief. So this is Frankie Russo. I'm coming at you straight out of Brooklyn. I'm going to get out of here. Hey, Lawrence, thank you for the visit. Haas, MJ McCrae, God bless you all. Do I know about what's that, Haas? I don't know about that Yankee event. John Howard's birth certificate. What's up, Lawrence McCrae from the YouTube Live? Godspeed. Thank you, Pat. God bless you. Thank you for the visit, my brother. God bless you, Johnny. Yes, thank you for the visit. I'm going to get out of here. God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. Thank you for your service. Thank you for providing me with the freedom that I love. What I love to do is one of the things I love to do is broadcast. Thank you. God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. God bless the greatest country on the planet, America. I love my country. God bless America. And God bless our great president, Donald John Trump. Hashtag Trump 2020. We got to get our great president reelected. With the grace of God, I'm a man of Christ. I'm a man of the rosary. And I believe that President Trump will get reelected, but for the grace of God Almighty. You better believe it. This is Frankie Russo. I'll see you. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow night, but probably Tuesday. Hopefully the Yankees win tomorrow night, and then it's Tuesday night. So I'll be one of these 2 days. I'll come back on the air. This is Frankie Russo, and I'll see you in the future. YouTube Live, Frankie Russo, Lawrence, Haas, McCrae. I'll see you in the future. Have a blessed night, everyone.